guys, it's Alicia. Now today I am making a shepherd's pie, and I absolutely love shepherd's pie, but I like to now make it a whole lot lighter than I used to. So what I'm going to be showing you today is my Weight Watchers version of shepherd's pie. So what you're going to need, 2 cups of either chicken broth or beef broth, a pound of ground turkey. You could also use a really light ground beef too. And then here I've got a 1/4 cup fat-free sour cream and a tablespoon of light margarine. I've got a large onion chopped and then 2 large potatoes chopped, and I'm just using a yellow potato. You can use whatever type you want. A 12-ounce bag of frozen mixed vegetables, and then back here I have 3 tablespoons of flour, and for seasoning I'm just using a little bit of thyme, rosemary, salt, and pepper. And that is all you're gonna need to make this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, I have a pot here, I have some water in it. I'm going to steam my potatoes. So I'm just gonna throw these in here, put a lid on them, and let this get up to a boil and start steaming. And once the water reaches a boil, I'll probably let that steam for around 10 minutes or until the potatoes are fork tender. Okay, and then over here I have a couple teaspoons of olive oil heated up in a large pan. Now I didn't include the olive oil in the ingredients because you don't have to use it if you have a nonstick pan or if you just don't want to use it at all. If I don't use it, my meat is going to stick to this pan. So I just put a couple teaspoons in there just so everything doesn't stick. But now I'm gonna take my onions, throw those in there, and just let those start to cook. And then I'm also gonna add my turkey in and cook that until it is brown. Okay, my turkey and onions have been cooking for several minutes now. The turkey is brown, the onions are softened. So I went ahead and put a little ground pepper in there and a little pinch of salt. We don't use that much salt, so sometimes I don't put any, but I put a little pinch of salt in there. You want to just basically pepper and salt to your own personal preference. Now I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of rosemary and about a teaspoon thyme. Give that a good stir. And then I'm gonna sprinkle in my flour and stir that up real well. You just wanna kind of coat all the turkey and the onion that's in here. So just kind of stir it until that flour is sort of evenly coated on everything. Just about like that. And now I'm gonna add my chicken broth. And give that a good stir. And I'm gonna turn my heat up. I've had it on about medium high this whole time. I'm gonna turn it up until this reaches a simmer, and then I'm gonna just kind of let it simmer until this liquid starts to thicken a little bit. This has been simmering for probably just a minute or so, and it's already starting to thicken up. So now I'm gonna add my frozen veggies to it. And then I'm gonna just kind of stir that up real well. And I've also turned my heat down at this point to low. But you can see how all that liquid has kind of already evaporated and just thickened into a sauce. So I'm gonna let this kind of continue to cook for about another minute or so, just on low. Okay, and now I'm gonna just pour this into a 9x9 pan. And this pan it's pretty deep, which is what you want. And then I'm gonna just smooth it out. And if I didn't say already, you need to have your oven preheating at 350. So now I'm gonna just set this aside and wait for my potatoes. The potatoes are done. They are fork tender. So now I'm gonna just take these, drain them, and then put them in the bottom bowl. My potatoes are drained. So now I'm gonna add the sour cream and margarine to them. a little pepper. And salt to taste. And then I'm gonna just mash these up really well until they're nice and smooth. I've got my potatoes nice and mashed, and now what I'm gonna just do is try to smooth these on here on top of the turkey mixture as evenly as I can. About like that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it in my preheated oven and bake it for about 30 minutes. You wanna just bake it until the potatoes start to kind of brown, just the slightest little bit. And here it is done. As you can see, it was starting to brown a little bit, so I called that good. And then the liquid was coming up out of the top, which doesn't look real pretty, but it is gonna taste pretty. So I will be back to show you what it looks like inside. And here is a piece cut out. This is about a serving size right here. And a serving is 1/6 of that pan for 7 points plus a serving. This is a delicious lightened up version of shepherd's pie. If you like shepherd's pie, but you don't want all the calories that are included with it, this is a great version to try. You still get a whole ton of flavor. It's still really filling, but it is definitely lighter on the calories. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.